Alright, so as the title implies, it is going to be a predictions thing. So I'm gonna start off with some stuff like I was just thinking about it, and so to put it simply, I'm just predicting how the character releases are going to go. Like, they have slowed down a little bit in like 2019. It went from about every 2 months by the looks of things to every 3. But that was from 2018 to 2019 from what I had been looking at. But I'm not going to change up what I say in this because this is a predictions. So I feel like we're going to continue that 3-month trend unless a new weapon releases, like how between Onyx to Jaeyoon, where it was actually a 4-month period. So if you're wondering why I bring this up, I'm gonna show you some release dates. So there. If you look, I put up Volkov, Onyx, Jaeyoon, Mako, and we don't have the exact day, so I just put the month. So if you look at all of those, it's 3 to 4 months. Now this does go back a bit up to Petra, where it's going for that 3 months. So starting in about 2019 is when they started slowing down it. So like June of was when, and if you look, obviously in actually after Thor, so yeah, 2019, like early 2019, like Fate to Thor was pretty fast though. I'll save that much. But excluding that, it's been about every 3 months we've been getting a legend. So, and excluding, with the exceptions of new weapons being added. So like, with from Orb to Greatsword, it was a 4-month period. Like, yeah, there was like that one, but oh my god, how am I messing that up? Okay, that's 5 frames. I'm just practicing some combos, but basically, like, showing those dates shows a lot. So they're doing about 3-month periods unless there's a new weapon being made, in which case it was 4. Which, Greatsword is very interesting. Like, if you look at each character, they're actually, what they're doing is they're being more creative. That's why it's being slower. It's what I feel. But like when they're not adding new weapons 3 months periods, does matter. So we've got Greatsword Hammer coming, and this will be when they nerf Greatsword Bow and Hammer. Like it's like, I know that they're gonna nerf those 3 most likely because they're considered the best 3 weapons, mostly Greatsword because the weapon's kinda busted. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or anything. It's straight up the best weapon. Not, I wouldn't say in Brawlhalla history, but it is definitely, it's debatable whether I'd say Brawlhalla history, honestly. Like, pre-nerf Scythe was also extremely strong, so you've got to be really, you have to really understand the game before that makes the case. Like, it's hard. Like, I played when pre-nerf Scythe was out. I feel like I might have been too bad at the game to say that Scythe was like worse than pre-nerf Greatsword, which is still current Greatsword when this video is coming out. But we've got Axe Scythe, Cannon Gauntlets, then you get the release of Jaeyoon, which is a new character and a weapon, which is 4 months. And then you go into Mako, which is 3. A little under, to be exact. And for the new legend, we're getting it in January, which will be a little over. So, yeah. Now, why are these 5 things important? Also with adding in Petra and all that. Oh my god, I'm messing up. I messed up. I did not mean to pivot it. Oh my god. I am misspacing things today. Okay, I guess it's not a thing. But yeah. And the first thing is that it's pretty simple. With Ghost Armor, which I don't know if I don't see a confirmed name. I haven't looked at Brawlhalla to see if there is a confirmed name for it. I'm thinking that it'll probably be like at worst mid-January. But then things get interesting when you think about the fact that Jaeyoon took a little under 4 months. Like, it was a few days under. Like, that's interesting. But then I was thinking, what if I just started trying to predict what the potential things they'll do? And I was like, Blasters hasn't gotten a legend in more than 2 years, so they're likely going to do a Blasters legend. And I was thinking they're gonna do one of the 2 newest, because those are the only combos for Blasters right now. And Greatsword Blasters, Blasters Orb. Those are their options if they're going to do a Blasters legend. Now I'm thinking that it's more likely to be a Greatsword Blasters based on what weapons got what released. Like, Orb got 4 rapid succession characters, but that's never happened outside of that. It's usually at most 3 and then a 4th after a space. But they could do 4 Greatsword Legends, so that's why I have Blaster's Greatsword listed. Is they could be doing the same thing, where they do that, or they're gonna be doing Blaster's Orb. And I'd prefer Blaster's Orb over Blaster's Greatsword in terms of like that, but like, oh my god, I messed up. Okay, well, my frames just dropped away for some reason. Oh my god, I meant to jump there. But, yeah. Wait, that's 1 frame? That's crazy. I may have to check if that at higher dexes, if that's true. What if it's like still 1 frame? 2 frame? Interesting, though, to know. Alright. I actually didn't know that, so unlike Delight, I'll have to test later. But, so I'm not going to try to predict SIGs or anything. That's one thing I will say. But basically, the next thing I was thinking is these things. Now, July 2021, Lance Orb, Lance Cannon, and if Blaster's Greatsword doesn't happen, I think they could do Blaster's Greatsword Scythe. So that was my idea. But yeah. You saw what happened. I lagged so hard that the game froze. I didn't think that that would happen. I've never had that happen, literally. I don't know if servers are just really bad right now, but yeah. Oh wait, but yeah, that's the thing. Okay, I guess I have to do it a little bit weird. Okay. Yeah, basically I'd have to remake them, I think. Oh, please. I'm just practicing while I'm thinking, but... yeah, that's 3 frames, but still. So why would I think Lance Cannon, Lance Orb, or Greatsword Scythe? Lance, like, if I pull up my current document, which I'm not going to show, but I'm going to say what it is. But basically, what I've found is that Lance is one of the least used weapons outside of weapons that were brought in later. Now, that's also another thing, is Scythe is also a pretty underused weapon. Like, Scythe and Lance actually have the exact same like, not like per player, but by character. There's 7 Scythe and 7 Lance Legends, so just keep that in mind. Now, I know I didn't say Scythe Cannon, but I feel like they could do that, but it's more likely to be a Lance Legend or a Scythe Legend. So basically, I was going through, it's one or the other, not both, because we already have both. And I feel like Cannon wouldn't be a bad one. So, like, it wouldn't be a bad choice, but it would be interesting. I keep on listening. Oh my god. Yeah, but that's kind of interesting. I could like look at that down like really fast. Also, you can't buffer a jump in this game, so keep that in mind. So, yeah. So, something... Now, it's not guaranteed to be any of those 5 that I put there, by the way. So, but I'll go into something after this that I can almost 100% guarantee will not happen, based on evidence of similar ideas. Now, the next thing, oh, that's gameplay. I need that is 79. Okay. This prediction is shakier. You'll notice that I say Lance Orb for July 2021, obviously. Like, I think July 2021. I didn't go over that. But I'm putting, like, specific months. Now, the next prediction after the potential 4th Greatsword Legend, because I don't think they're gonna do 4, and then, like, with how things have gone in the past with Cannon and Orb, So I think they're going to do a similar thing with Greatsword for now. And basically they're going to release 4 new legends of a certain weapon, and then they're going to release a new weapon. So it's more than likely they're going to do not a new weapon for October, for the 4th legend of the year. Like, I don't think they are, but they could, which is why I'm putting this. So with October and November, it'll be in 2021. Depending on if there's a new weapon, I think there could be Cannon Orb as one option. If Lance Cannon doesn't happen, I feel that's a chance. And honestly, if Greatsword Scythe, I didn't put that in the notes, but if Greatsword Scythe happens, I don't think they're gonna do Cannon Scythe as the next. And then Orb Bow. Like, that's an intro. Now, Orb Bow is a weird one, but it's based on releases. So the fact is that the last bow legend we got was Vector. That's another thing. Is we're definitely getting a Lance legend for sure next year. Yeah, so that's one thing. And I know I'm just that was just a random string I came up with, by the way. But I'm guaranteeing October or November, depending on the new weapon. Now, the reason I have NW is I'm just abbreviating new weapon. We don't know what the new weapon would be. I'm not even going to try to predict the new weapon right now. I'd do that towards the end of 2021, is what I'd say. But Orb Bow, they likely are going to do one Orb Legend before the new weapon, I feel. But the question is, when? Like, we've got Blaster's Orb, Lance Orb, and then if they don't do a new weapon, I feel like they're either going to do Cannon Orb or Bow Orb. Like, one or the other out of the orbs. If they don't do an Orb Legend, like, at all during the rest of 2021. Like, that, I feel like that's more likely. Now, I do say new weapon scythe. I feel like that would be, if there's anything. I don't think it'll happen if Greatsword Scythe happens. But there's so many factors into my predictions here that I probably will get it right based on the amount of things that are there. Like, I'm not saying concrete stuff, but I feel like it's one of these options. Now, Bow, I feel like if they do not do, I feel like they're gonna do a Bow Legend at the end of the year, like, straight up. If they do anything, like, the end of next year. That's what I feel. Like, I feel like that's more likely than the Cannon ones. So I think Orb Bow is the most likely out of it if there's no new weapon. But I feel like Cannon Orb and Cannon Scythe still have a pretty high chance. But then I was like, okay. I know I put new weapon with the new weapon combo idea, but like at least a combo idea of if they do a new weapon, I feel like it'd be either Scythe, Bow, or Cannon at the end of the year. Like, I feel like it's one of those three. And this prediction is also made on the fact that, yes, it's not, I doubt I'm going to be 100% correct, but it's actually based on the fact that there are 10 of quite a few weapons. And I'll tell you which weapons don't have 10. Bow, Cannon, Greatsword, Katars, Lance, Orb, Scythe. Now, you notice I don't say Katars at all. And that's just because Katars are at like 9 legends. They're not at 10, but I don't think they're gonna do a Katar Legend so soon after Mako. Like, if anything, it'll be late in 2021 that we would get another Katar Legend, if anything. Now my last prediction, that is, I have a like 99% thought of this is gonna happen. Like, there is like a 1% chance that we get Sword with its only combo that it hasn't had, which is Orb. So I'm thinking, and yes, there are 11 Sword Legends. It is the most common weapon among legends. So I am thinking 0 Sword Legends are being added in 2021. And it's based on that. So I can literally just list off all of them, and you can verify them. In fact, I'm using one of them, and there's another in the... there are literally 2 right here of the 11. So yeah, think about that. Oh, I messed up. Oh my god. That was a mistake anyway, but there's other things that I want to say before I end it. I know this is a 20-minute vid already, but the fact is that I feel like at least one of these things or 2 of these things, like I feel like the release dates and the Sword Legend thing are the most likely to be correct. But with let's say my prediction of like Greatsword Blasters and Blaster's Orb, I almost feel like there's going to be a Blaster Legend in April. Like, I feel like they're going to do it early just because of the fact that the last Blaster's Legend was Isaiah, and let me get that release date pulled up. So that was in patch 3.15, which was March of 2018. This will be 3 years since a Blaster's Legend came in. So I feel like they're gonna just do it because of the amount of time that Blasters have not gotten a Legend. Also, I did not even know that I did that. But yeah, so other things like the fact that a lot of these things are based off of actual reasons why I feel like this, and I just am surprised that, okay, that's just my phone going off and being annoying, but what else do I think? Now, the fact that I can almost guarantee that there's gonna be, like, say, oh, there's almost a guarantee that there's not gonna be a Sword Legend. And it's because of literally one thing. Like, it has the least things to back it up, but it's, like, a case where I feel... Oh my god. Don't mind my SD, but it's just something I feel is like so correct that it could just be like that. That would have been been a stock if they didn't have an air dodge, which I think the bot had one. Oh, what the heck? Mare D-Light in that case was 2 frames? Okay, I need to... Yeah, you'll see me just practice random stuff. But yeah. If that, and that's just all I have, like, pretty much. But if they don't do a lot of this, now, Lance, why do I think it's gonna be mid? It could just straight up be a bow, but I feel like Lance is more likely just because of usage from characters. And this matters. Like, a lot of the decision making of BMG does also take into account stuff like that. Didn't even notice that that's a dragon moved like a centimeter. Bet you didn't know about that. I just wanted to do that. And there's a lot of stuff that you can do in this game but at this point I feel I should end the video, but I want to say one thing. If you liked the video, consider subscribing, as it's free, and unsubscribing is free if you find that you weren't getting into something that you thought you were. And just make sure to like the video if you liked it as well, as that does help. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.